Good morning, natural gas. It's Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And for the spot May contract, we're currently down 1.1 cents here to 267.80 or 0.41%. As you can see here, the RSI is about to try and turn lower. This is in anticipation because of mild weather right now, and also a healthy storage injection will be coming up on Thursday. So let's take a look at what else is going on in the world of LNG. And here, the Strait of Hormuz, very little moving through here, as you can see. And we've got Qatar. There's nothing parked at Las Rafan at the moment. And our two friends up here making shuttle service to Kuwait. That would be the gas flog CRGY. And of course, its companion over here, and I'm not going to try and pronounce it. They've been running gas here, LNG, between Qatar and Kuwait. Kuwait uses LNG for power generation, which is used also for desalination. What else is going on? Well, guess what, folks? We've got our first ship at Golden Pass, and it's not the HLC Eagle. Nope. In fact, it's the Qatari ship. And this is the Al Kaya. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this is currently docked at Golden Pass, and the Sea Eagle is sitting out waiting for the second cargo at Golden Pass. So yes, we've got our first export cargo being hopefully loaded today. And let's take a look at Golden Pass. It's currently running at 355,000 MMBTUs. This is standard for the last 2 weeks. We're hopefully going to see this ramp up here. Bloomberg's expecting this to ramp up by July, all the way up to 800,000 MMBTUs and maybe a little bit more. What else is going on in the world? Well, we've got some aftershocks from that major earthquake off of the northeast coast of Japan. As you can see, everything from 4.4 all the way back up to 5.4 magnitude here for earthquakes. Again, these are aftershocks. We're going to keep a careful eye on this. Why? Because Japan really does import a lot of LNG, and more so if the nuclear power fleet goes down, and that's just for safety reasons. How about natural gas here? Well, let's turn to the hourly chart, and as you can see, it is trying to turn lower. We're down now a penny and a half, and as you can see, we're down below the daily pivot, which came in today at 2702, and we're currently holding above first support here, 265.90. Again, the RSI is turning lower, so we may see a push below this first support level down to the second one, which is 262.80. And let's turn to the front to back spreads. And because of this weakness up front, because of mild weather here, we're looking at the front to back spreads. This is Dece versus October. And as you can see right now, we're up a penny and a half here, and it's about to try and cross here above the 9-period moving average. The RSI is also indicating that it wants to move higher. So we'll be looking for this particular spread to widen out. So let's take a look at the strip for Novi March. And this is also, well, it's positive here on the RSI, but going sideways right now. We're currently we're flat. We're currently flat here at 396.60. So we're not getting much of a signal for the entire strip, but we're getting a signal for Dece versus October. And how about the weather in the United States? Well, as you can see here, we start to see some 90-degree temperatures here showing up in Dallas, in particular for about 2 straight days. So not yet on the forecast maps, but it's on this model right now. And as you can see, it's late in the period here around the 28th and 29th. So hopefully we're going to start seeing some summer-like temperatures here across Texas all the way over to Florida. And let's take a look at the open interest for the options here for May, because we do expire those options on the 27th. Futures go off the board on the 28th. Got just about a week to go. And here we are. We're looking at some open interest, the highest open interest here at the 350 strike for calls. But unfortunately, this just kind of moderate open interest between the 275 all the way out to $3.0325. So not much to move it on the options side of the equation. How about Europe? Well, we're currently over 30% full, and France is continuing to inject. The rest of these countries, major ones, Germany, Italy, and Austria, are basically flat. How about the weather in Europe? Well, here's that cold that we're talking about here for May the 1st. So this isn't going to help to inject gas. They'll be needing some gas to burn around the 1st of May. How about Asia? Kind of a similar picture here. Get some colder temperatures around the 20th, and then it really just starts to mild out as we get later and later into the forecast period. This is fairly modest temperatures. How about the U.S. nuclear fleet? Well, we're currently right now at 21.8 gigawatts that are currently offline. That's above the 5-year average. As you can see, right now it is peaking out. I thought it would peaked out earlier about a month ago, but we've got some new outages now that are pushing to new highs on the outage list. How about the rig count? We should have talked about this yesterday, but let's look at it anyway. It's really kind of neutral. As you can see right now, gas rigs down 2 here to 125. That's still above a year ago. And it's really about directional rigs at this point, down 4. And let's take a look here. It's really down in Louisiana and, of course, New Mexico. And it's just modest movement here, down in the Eagleford and down in the Haynesville. This really looks like it's just moving rigs at the moment, possibly for repositioning to other locations. This would be considered a neutral rig count report. So let's take a look at one last thing. It's the Saharan air layer. And this continues to push out towards South America. That's where the prevailing winds are going. But we'll be watching this carefully as we get closer and closer to June 1, which is the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. And if this keeps up like it was last year, it's going to inhibit any hurricane development. But we desperately need rain in the south of the United States. How about the stocks in the oil and gas E&P sector? These are stocks between $2 and $10 billion, have a high short float over 10%. And as you can see, it's a mixed picture. The natural gas stocks are pretty much down. That's CRK down over 1%, CNX down 0.17%, and BKV, which is a driller up in Fort Worth, up actually 0.45%. The oil stuff is up modestly. So recapping here, we've got a just light down day today, 267.70 down 1.2 cents or 0.45% for the spot May contract. We've got about a week to go. That's it for this particular contract. Not much to talk about. We've got a storage report coming up on Thursday, option expiration early next week, and it's modest out there. So no real major drivers. We'll be keeping a careful eye on summer heat. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.